I just finished building the subfloor to put the plywood on top, and used to be before I was surprised to find that it was only a 2x2 support the floor, so that's why in some places it was kind of wobbly. It wasn't very strong, so I put 2x4 and dividers to hold it so it doesn't move sideways as well. That'll be a lot stronger than it was before. And insulation, you see, it's going to be into the floor in those spaces there between the 2x4s. There wasn't any insulation before, and also, as you can see, I put insulation along the foundation again, make it warmer. It's actually quite easy to do. You see those little spots? I just nailed it into the runner at the bottom of the wall. And so the next step is to put the insulation and then plywood on top. And I won't do it just yet, but later in the winter time I'm going to put some like a, what do you call it, laminated floor, right? And one thing that I found out is that between the first and second floor, this area here, it actually had no insulation. And I was wondering, when I looked from the outside, the siding was all bubbling up, and obviously I could see it was from water, but I couldn't see where it was coming from. And what it was the condensation. You can see it there. It was a little bit moldy as well. The condensation between the hot air coming through the ceiling and the cold air on the outside. So before I close it in, I'm going to put some insulation under that floor, and then insulation there, and insulation into the ceiling here, which is not there yet. So it's going to be so much warmer than it was before. Alright, now I'm going to try to see, let's see from the outside. You can see that line onto that from the heat on the inside. That actually damaged the siding. It's all along the house. The next step is the insulation. I'll have a floor again. So I can have a pain to walk between those studs. I just finished one more step into the floor, put the foam insulation on the floor. I thought when I bought them they were an odd size, but they were suited for this type of floor. They're already pre-cut, and you see they have those lines, so that's so that they can fit tightly. A few of them are a little bit too tight, and a few of them are too loose. I'm going to measure the 2x4 more carefully next time. So here's the styrofoam, and the next step is the plywood. I'll be able to walk easily again. I just finished the floor, the first, I guess we call the subfloor, the plywood, and then after that laminated floor will come on it. And it was interesting. I bought the plywood that's called not JA approved. J is like the Japanese standard, I guess, and it's a little bit cheaper. What I found is that the plywood I bought last time for the floor, the other bedroom upstairs, and this one, it's actually 1 millimeter different. If you look, you can actually see it. There's 1 millimeter difference. It was exactly the same price in the same place, but it's slightly different. So I guess that's what they mean by not JA approved. You can see it better like this. See that little gap there? Oh well. Next time I'll make sure I'll buy the right amount for one room, and that's it. Not mix and match. So next I'm going to start working on the walls. Put some runners in the corners and then above and below the window, and then start putting the insulation and put the drywall. And this wall, I guess these two walls, I'll do the same thing. I'll just put some runners in there, and that saves me a lot of work. Since they're inside walls, I don't have to insulate them. All right, that's all for today.